Our Father Prayer. Now, we are entering into the interpretation of some of the chapters of the New Testament. To begin esoterically and symbolically, our first chapter will be the Lord Prayer. The other way to describe it is Our Father who art in heaven. Everybody knows about the Lord Prayer. As we already know, the Bible is written with symbols, parabolas, and allegories. Remember, we defined allegory in previous recordings. The allegorical form is when we use a concrete subject to describe abstract phenomena going on through our head like a theater scene. This famous cartoon called Kirikou is banned in certain countries because the actors were nude. Their culture does not allow such presentations. This difficulty appeared in the form of language too. Their etymologies are different, the same as their syllabic, syntactic, phonetic structures. The translation is difficult. This is why it is said that to translate is to betray. The same way the translations of the Bible and the Quran are not essential, they are word for word. Because of that pattern, if you want to understand the sacred texts you need to go to their etymologies, their sources, their roots. Let us start with the interpretation of the Lord Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven means the Spirit, the heaven, symbol of consciousness, the Spirit in our consciousness. Jesus said Our Father. He did not say my Father don't forget, he said Our Father. It is not about Jesus as a unique Son, the Spirit is unique, it is a unique consciousness, it is the universal consciousness, Our Father. Let's continue. Hallowed be thy name, means that everything I named be sanctified, because God has no name. It is like the job Adam had to name all the animals. Sanctify comes from the Latin sanctus facere sanctus, wholesome, pure. Anything I do, supposed to be the reality, the truth, without a stain, misperception, without prejudice, conditioning, and alienation. You need to go back to that recording where I made the difference between reality and the truth, and then you'll understand better. Thy kingdom come, means that we need to know that you are the king. The meaning of king is real, royal. When you hear about Real Madrid, Real Betis, Real Sevilla, it is about those soccer teams of the royalty. King symbolizes reality, the sun, and consciousness. A king was there to guide the people, the nation, so he was there as the sun to illuminate the people. Unfortunately they have fallen. They started to steal, they created slavery, conquered other nations. Thy kingdom comes means it is necessary that the reality, the consciousness dominate. Thy will be done on earth, as it is in heaven means that the Spirit, life should be manifested to the fullest all over my ego, mind, feeling, emotions, and my thoughts the same way it is happening in my consciousness. Give us this day our daily bread, means nourish us mentally with your light the same way you nourish our consciousness, nourish our mind with light, pure consciousness. Day, today, is the light symbol. Bread of light, gift of clairvoyance, clairaudience, make us see clearly, don't let us be trapped in mistakes, illusion, make-believe, confusion. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, meaning forgive us when we identify ourselves with the mind, with the ego, when we let go on hallucinations, envy, when angriness and all the mistakes from the mind, emotions, and the ego are governing us instead of us governing them. Forgive us when we corner someone, when we debase, degrade others to have a higher reputation, to be in a higher scale, higher estate. The same way, we must forgive whoever is degrading or cornering us. Forgive whoever gossips about us. Their ego and mind are ruling the same way it is happening to us. And lead us not into temptation means do not let the mind trap us. Do not let material possessions daze us. Do not let us destroy life for possessions. Do not let the mind destroy our consciousness. But deliver us from evil. Deliver us from the 7 sins, 7 devils you removed from Marie Magdalene, the 7 deadly sins which are legion, especially pride. Let us look for peace, not justifying ourselves. Deliver us from gluttony and any other kind of addiction, laziness, material and spiritual, so we won't be negligent. Deliver us from greed, envy, show-off, egocentricity, jealousy. Deliver us from anger so we won't regret our actions. Deliver us from monopolizing life, enslaving others, depriving others from their freedom. Amen. May everything I said be realized. I know that life is manifesting in me, in my soul. Corpus animus spiritus. I am life. For to you alone belong the kingdom, the power and the glory. This last part means alone to the consciousness, to life, to love belong the reign, the power and the glory. Namaste.